Hey friends, welcome to Cards by TLC. My name is Tammy Savello and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome back to my weekly Fun Fold Fridays, and we are bringing you another Fun Folds. We are doing this as a premiere video, so if you are watching live 9 a.m. Pacific time, Friday, August 18th, you will notice a live chat off to the left hand or to the right hand side of your screen, and I'm actually here in the chat to help answer any questions you may have during the live. But if you happen to catch the replay, no problem. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have, so please be sure to put that in the comment section with the hashtag replay. I'm so sorry that I missed you guys last week. I had to tend to a medical issue, but I'm on the mend and happy to be creating with you again this week. So today's Fun Fold, we are creating an angled gatefold with this really cute belly band. So that slides off, and then our angled gatefold is our Fun Fold for today. So let's go ahead and talk about what bundle we are using. We are showcasing the Beautiful Balloons bundle in the annual catalog. I believe it's on page 15. And we are also showcasing some of the Memories and More cards. So if you notice the cute little happy birthday balloon on our birthday banner, our belly band, words apparently are hard today, we are going to be die cutting that. Let me just get my mini over here so it's off to the side really quick. We are actually die cutting that with the largest die, the largest balloon die, and I'm just gonna die cut that off right on camera. So let's go ahead and do that. So that is done and out of the way first and foremost. Let's get our large die out and then bring in my mini stamp and cut and emboss machine, and let's just quickly cut that out. I think I'm still in frame. Yes, I am. And then if you notice, it's just a little bit larger than the actual largest die cut, but that's fine. You're still going to get a really cute birthday balloon. But what I'm going to do is line that up to where that kind of covers the whole birthday, like the happy birthday portion of it gets actually cut out. So let's go ahead and get that going and run that through our machine really quick, and then that way that is done and out of the way. And I'm trying to do this kind of slow so it doesn't shake the camera too much. So let's go ahead and do that, get that out of the way, and there you have it, your cute little happy birthday balloon. So let's go ahead and put that off to the side, and we will go ahead and toss that and get that out of the way, and then bring in our other pieces that we're going to need. Now remember, all the sizes and dimensions are on my blog post today at cardsbytlc.com. So after you watch this premiere, head on over and you can get the sizes and dimensions over there. So we are going to have a card base, and this is cut at 5.5 by 11. You're going to have your basic white insert piece, and that is 4 by 5.25 for the inside. And then you should have a strip of, yes. And then, of course, a strip of decorative designer paper that I always like to do on the insides of the cards. You're going to have 2 pieces of designer paper that coordinates, and that is from the suite as well, or it's from the suite. So I chose 2 patterns that coordinate really well with one another, and you're going to have 2 of them. And they're both going to be cut at 3 3/8 by 7 5/8. Oh, I'm so sorry. they are actually cut. That I just gave you the scoring details. I apologize. Let me reverse that. They're actually 2 pieces cut at 3 1/8 by 5 1/4. So 3 1/8 by 5 1/4 are 2 pieces of coordinating designer paper. And then you're going to have your belly band, which is 1 inch by about 9.5 inches. So I just trimmed that down just to make the belly band a lot easier. But let us go ahead and get started by scoring our cardstock, because this is where we're going to have fun on making our angled pieces. So let me pull the belly band off. So this is our base, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be scoring, and then we're going to be lining up with pencil marks and trimming that off, just to kind of give you the roadmap as to what we're going to be doing. So let us bring in our trimmer, and we are going to extend our arm out because we're going to be scoring past that 6-inch mark. So we are going to be scoring at 3 3/8, and that is the largest line just past that 3 1/4 mark. So 3 3/8 and 7 5/8. So 7 5/8 is just past that 1/2 inch mark of the 7.5, or you could actually score it on 3 3/8 on both sides. So let's keep our trimmer out. Now what we're going to be doing, let's grab our pencil. We're going to be making tick marks that we're going to be helping us doing our cutting angles. So what you're going to want to do along that 11-inch side, you're going to want to line that up at the 1-inch mark. Let's do it. Let's start with this. Line that up at the 1-inch mark, and you're going to make a little mark right here at the bottom. Right in that track, right where your track lines up, you're going to make a little tick mark. Now, don't worry, we're going to be erasing these pencil marks, and then you're going to come over here and do the same thing on this side, only you're going to go along the 1-inch mark on that side, just to make things a lot easier. So we're going to mark that at the bottom again. Now you're going to rotate your paper with your tick marks at the bottom off to like the right hand side, and you're going to be marking on this side, and you're going to line this up, and you're going to be marking at the top at the track right here at the 1-inch mark. And then let me see if I can bring this up kind of at an angle so you can see it in the camera. And you're going to be marking it at the bottom at the 1-inch mark. And I'm not quite sure if you're going to see that, but hopefully that's in camera. But it's right there at the bottom and the top. And so what we're going to be doing now is you're going to see how these marks are right here. We're going to be cutting from the score line down to that first tick mark. So you're going to line that up in the tracks where this top score line mark goes in the track at an angle. And then you're going to, I'm kind of get this stuff out of the way. I kind of have stuff in the way there. You're going to line that up with that score line right there in the track. Then you're going to rotate your paper to where that score line is lined up, and then that first tick mark is lined up, and then you're going to cut right at that angle, and that cuts right off just like that. Then you're going to take this point where you had that first tick mark, rotate that, and you're going to line that in the mark in the track, and then the second tick mark that you made with your pencil. And it's going to kind of come up, and you're going to kind of like make a weird, almost like a coffin shape. So we'll go ahead and erase that in a minute, but let's go ahead and we're going to go over here to this side now. And you're going to go again in that score line and line that up with that first tick mark. Make sure you line that up. It doesn't move. and comes right up at that angle, cut, and then you're going to rotate that again, line that up with that where you cut that tick mark off, and then line that up. Let's bring this up a little bit in the track to where that second tick mark is, and you're going to make kind of like that funky angle cut again. So again, it's kind of like that. That's what your card base is going to look like. So let's go ahead and erase those marks. And before I continue on really quick, let's go ahead and erase those marks. We're going to be cutting our DSP. We're going to kind of be doing the same concept with our designer paper, but here's the trick. Let's get those two pieces of designer paper. So the piece that is going to be on your left hand side of your card, you're going to want to flip that over. And the reason why you want to do that is you want, when you're cutting, since we're cutting both pieces at the same time, you're gonna want the opposite of what you're cutting. Because if you were to keep them both at the same way and you cut it, it doesn't line up. It'll do this side fine, but you'll have two of this type of cut. So you want to flip that over. Now what you're gonna want to do is along the 5 1/4 inch side, you're going to want to line that up again at that 1 inch mark, and we're going to make a tick mark right here at the bottom. Then you're going to rotate that, and then at the 1 inch along the 3 1/8 side, you're going to line that up at the 1 inch point, and you're going to mark that at the bottom. And now what you're going to want to do is take that corner point right here, that top right hand point, line that up in your track mark right there along with that pencil mark, and you're going to be cutting. Let's line that up just to where it evens it out, and you're going to slice that off. Now you're going to be taking that point just like you did your cardstock. Take that point and line that up with your pencil mark right there in the corner in the track. And I need to make sure I lined that up. Yes, that mark is right there, right there. And you're going to make that funky cut. Now you flip that over, and you have the opposite of what you were going to do. If you kept that the same, you would have had two of the same pattern, but because we flipped that, we now have our two pieces of designer paper. So let's go ahead and get that off to the side. And now these two pieces should, fingers crossed, and in fact, because I left, you kind of want to take your bone folder, because you're cutting the opposite, it left like little cutting marks along there. I'm just kind of flatten those out. So this piece should fit this and leave a nice little border. And this piece should have done the exact same thing. And we're going to glue that down, and it's as simple as that. You guys, I was so intimidated by this cut, but I watched my friend Dawn do this on one of her videos, and it hit. It's the fact that I didn't flip that designer paper over, and that's what got me. I was like, why is this not lining up? Well, it's the fact that I didn't flip that opposite side over, so I kind of had the same cut. So that is your trick. And this becomes a fun and quick and easy design. Now, the only bad part is you don't get 2 cards out of your card base, which you typically would get. So you do get only 1 card out of a piece of an 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So that's the kind of bummer part. But they are fun to make. You could turn it into a gift card holder. Just something that you could do for like a fun little, have a little, I forgot to do my little erase marks there. And then I'm going to come in and erase that. And then that way you have your fold. So now what we're going to do is we are going to finish off by doing the inside of this. And of course we got to do our decorative strip of designer paper. Line that up. And we are going to bring in our sentiment. And our sentiment is, I think it's time for a celebration. And I'm actually going to be stamping that instead of Parakeet Party, because Parakeet Party was a little too light. I'm coming in with some Granny Apple Green and give it that same green color, but it's darker in the sentiment. So that's a little bit of a darker sentiment. Going to get our adhesive. And then next we will work on our belly band. So there we go. And let's bring in our strip here. Now we're going to be working on our belly band. And you're going to lay that belly band down flat. And you're going to, I want to kind of angle it more off to this left-hand side. So you could center it up if you wanted to. You could center that up and wrap that around, but I'm going to line that up. And then I'm just going to loosely fold that over and then loosely fold that over and line that up. And then I'm going to add some adhesive just to this side really quick. And then I'm just going to loosely close that up. So it's loose enough to slide up and down. Now we are just going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals to our belly band. So we could pop this up. And then we'll add some gems to finish it up. And our project will be done. Let's see here. I think I'm going to do, there we go. And there you have it. So cute, right? Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I love this. This is it actually intimidated me more than it should have. And I really, really hope that I answered any questions you may have or that you guys give this fun fold a try. I want to thank you guys for stopping by today. I sure hope that you do give this fun fold a try. And if you do, please be sure to tag me in it. I would love to see your creations and your fun folds and what you come up with. I'm at Cards by TLC on all social media platforms. If you enjoyed today's project, I would love for you to click that like button on my video. That helps my channel grow. And if you know of anyone that would like to watch my weekly lives or my weekly Fun Fold Fridays, please be sure to share that. That helps me grow as well. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and be sure you click the notification bell to all so you don't miss any future videos. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and be sure to join me on next Friday for another Fun Fold Friday. Bye, friends.